Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. Hey guys, welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Cush. We are continuing. We're doing Tiki on all the wrong days this week. Normally we do a Tiki Tuesday. We didn't do a class Tuesday, so we're gonna skip right into moonlight after a Tiki Wednesday to go into an oddly Tiki Thursday. So hopefully you guys are feeling extra tropical today. Tiki coming from an odd place. At this point, we talk about what exactly makes a drink a Tiki drink. I don't know. I have no idea. Normally, we can say you point to a bartender that is a pretty deep in the Tiki culture, Tiki bartender, and they will be able to give your Tiki drink or your drink a pass into the Tiki realm. Well, this drink doesn't come from a Tiki bartender, not at all. Comes from one of the greatest living bartenders, still around, still working at, or still running Attaboy, still out there doing all kinds of great stuff. This is from Sammy Ross. Sammy Ross, of course, creator of the Penicillin, the Paper Plane, countless others. Worked with Sach Petrasky over at Milk and Honey. One of those bartenders that sort of spread out and proselytized the good word of pouring a good drink. And wanted to try his little hands at making a Tiki drink. And so he created the Disgruntled Mai Tai. Kind of an interesting take. You can see, we'll get into it. We'll get into the whole thing. Let me say hello to the people first before we get too deep into everything. And then we'll go from there. Yabba dabba doo. Docs in the House Part 2. This is higher than that. I think I've been here, I gotta say, I probably have been here more than 400 times. I have to think that I've done 400 shows. I probably should look into that. We should celebrate when we get to 500 or something. Listen, we'll do something. We'll figure out how many shows I've done first. Cheers to you as well, Bon Bon, winner of the 2025 Cush Tucky Derby. Tiki Court is here. How are you, Shawnee Pennebaker? We already said hi, Shawnee Pennebaker. We didn't do his thing. Good evening. From Shawnee Pennebaker. Amy Beer is here. The glasses got there. That's great. Thank you, Amy Beer, for sponsoring the thing. What was it? The Tiki Oasis thing. Thank you for sponsoring that. That was extra helpful for you or from you. So Bon Bon, thank you for also sponsoring that and also remembering to send those glasses out. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to continue to send the things out that I owe you guys. I know that I owe the husbands a number of things, but couldn't do it. Moose is here, ready to go. Opie the dog is here. Bark, bark. Good to see you, old Opie the dog. Here is KT Kyle Tender. Hasn't won anything at the bar ever. Just thought I'd let you guys know that. Tiki Tom is ready to go. Roger G, happy Friday evening to you as well, my friend. Just so we don't forget, Saturday is National Mai Tai Day. Completely didn't cross my mind. I have no ability to keep up with the times of the days. The only reason that I know it's ever Tuesday or Thursday is because I'm doing a show. Saturdays still can be a bit of a blur. What's going on, Loriander? Good to see you. Nice and early. Scotty the Boy is here. Glad to have Scotty the Boy. Oh, good. It's Mai Tai year and Mai Tai millennia. So we're in a good spot. Shawnee thought it was Mai Tai week and Mai Tai month. Can we calm down on that stuff? Can we just... The Mai Tai is a fine drink, guys. It's a rum daisy with Orgeat. Can we calm down for a second? My goodness, we're doing a little too much. Dougie G in the place to be. Good to see you, Dougie G. Always a pleasure. My goodness, blast from the class. We got Marky Sanchez here. Mark, what a pleasure to have you, buddy. We love having Marky Sanchez. We've had a few prodigal cushies. They come, they go, but when they're here, we love it. That is also true of Marky Sanchez. Captain Jack and Coke is here. Aloha to you. Cheers to you. B-Utopia. Bootopia. Good evening to you all. Timmy K is here. Hey, oh. What a pleasure. Cocktail Lulu. Cheers to you. What else we got in here? That's it. See how many people we got in here. Oh, it takes a second. Refresh. Oh, we're doing okay. All right. That's what we got, guys. We are going to be getting into this thing. Now, we're doing this, the Disgruntled Mai Tai. What I like about what our friend Sammy Ross did is he didn't come up with a whole brand new name. He threw a little adjective on the front of a classic drink and made it a whole different thing. He could have called this literally anything you want. He's Sam Ross. Could have called it anything he wanted. Come up with some hipster name, and suddenly now this is the only way you can order a Mai Tai ever again. He didn't do that. He wanted to pay homage. I don't know. This is my imaginations of what I think. I've had 2 conversations with Sam Ross my whole life. 1 picture, 2 conversations. But I assume this is a guy that understands a lot about the history of drinks and how not necessarily important, but certainly makes bartending more fun. Certainly makes the drink creation a more fruitful thing, to have a name for all of these cocktails. Do they always mean exactly what they say? No. Does a fuzzy navel actually taste like licking a belly button? It doesn't. If you were to name a dish something crazy like that, you were to, you put some chicken and peaches into a dish, suddenly you call it the hairy belly button. That's a dish. You wouldn't be interested in that. Where was I going with this? Don't know. Don't care. Anyway, Sammy Ross, instead of naming this something out of left field, he calls it the Disgruntled Mai Tai. It has a number of Sammy Ross signatures that go into this. He loves an Amaro. Most of his drinks will have something to do with Amaro. Not the penicillin, but a lot of his drinks. He's a very Amaro-forward guy. He's a New York bartender. All right? He didn't, as it turns out, create this one in New York. He created this one, it seems, he created this one in Las Vegas at a place called the Electric Lounge, where he was working. So, anyway, you'll notice that this looks a lot like a Mai Tai, and that is for good reason, because the Mai Tai is a cocktail that we have just found out has a month, a week, and a day. And according to Loriander, a century and a millennia. So this is the Mai Tai's time, guys. We are just living in it. That's all there is to it. So let's get into how this one works. Different proportions. So if you've already started making your Mai Tai and are just planning on adding new ingredients, not how it works. This is a 2-2-2-1-1. That's the portions. 2-2-2-1-1. In case you memorize things like I memorize things, that's how you do it. Start with cheapest ingredients. Cheapest ingredients first, pseudo lime juice. I think we have just enough pseudo lime juice, and guess what we get to do all weekend? Make more pseudo lime juice. 1 full ounce of some lime juice. Oh boy, just enough. It even gave me a little fart there at the end. Got it all. No more lime juice. Kyle, remind me. Do something. Okay. Okay. Lime juice, obviously, in the Mai Tai. How do we sweeten up a Mai Tai? Well, we sweeten it up with some Orgeat. I have my Orgeat right here. I do love, he's here. I love Tim's Orgeat. I certainly do. Tim, I want to point you back to Dr. Cush's Exotic Tiki Oasis Seminar 2025 about fortifying. My Orgeat went bad. So just a little bit of booze will make all of your stuff last a while. This is fortified Orgeat. It is not made in Tim's special way where he roasts up all those almonds, blends them all up. That's a great way to do it. It certainly tastes slightly better than mine. It went bad, unfortunately, so I can't drink it anymore. That's kind of a bummer. We're going to go ahead and put in half of an ounce of some Orgeat. That's part of the sweetener. Just part of the sweetener. We're also going to sweeten it a little bit more by adding some Curacao. Curacao comes from the island of Curacao. I'm sure we've talked about this before on the show, but I got to fill time, so I'm going to fill it again. The stories of Curacao. The Dutch East India Trading Company. Sailing around, being basically pirates, but they were called privateers, not pirates. Privateers and pirates are almost the exact same thing, except pirates didn't fly under a flag that was a nation, right? They were out there, they were stealing, they were doing all kinds of stuff, but they were doing it for a nation, which makes it okay. That's how it works. Anyway, they land on this island called Curacao, and they go, oh my gosh, look at this. How do you do a Dutch accent? Oh my God, I'm not going to try it. They go, oh my gosh, look at this place. This place reminds you of any place? And everybody said, yes, but you say it first. And the captain turns to him and he says, it reminds me of Valencia. Valencia, Spain. Look at the tropics and look how gorgeous. You know what Valencia is really good at? Oranges. Oh, the oranges. Oh my gosh. There are all these great islands out here growing sugar cane. What if, now get this, what if you start growing oranges here on this island of Curacao? And everybody said, whatever, dude. Absolutely. You want oranges? Let's grow some oranges. So they grew some oranges. Climate was great. Absolutely. Temperature worked out. There was ground. So that's what you need. There was some dirt. The problem with the island of Curacao is it doesn't have the right type of dirt. Don't ask me any more about this. Just trust me, didn't have the right type of dirt. Didn't have the right type of dirt to be growing oranges. So they got these little itty bitty gross oranges. They were disgusting. No juice, no filling, no substance. Just teeny tiny little oranges. And the Dutch, the captain was like, well, crap. What are we gonna do with all this stuff? Well, what do all humans do with anything that isn't any good? They make booze out of it. So they started making this booze out of it. They started throwing some, some oranges, some yeasts, and started making party juice. And they made this amazing liqueur called Curacao. I think more or less they probably just flavored some other liquor with some Curacao. Anyway, that is why Curacao is should, not always, but should have a slightly more bitter flavor than a Cointreau, which is a triple sec, or any other triple sec. Triple sec is flavored with normal oranges. Curacao should be flavored with some Curacao oranges. Doesn't have to be, I guess. I don't think that's the rule, but that's what I like to think of it. Anyway, some Dutch pirate was wrong, and that's how we got this. We're going to go ahead and put in half an ounce of some Curacao. Excellent. That's no different than the original Mai Tai, so keep building on that. Oh, am I just balancing this on here? I have like 4,000 almost empty bottles. We're going to do a culling here soon, where we're just going to use mostly empty bottles and make a big old jungle juice, because we got to get rid of some of these. It's getting ridiculous. Okay. Now, Sammy Ross. This is a Sammy Ross cocktail, remember. Sammy Ross likes to play with flavors. Yes, he does. Oh, yes, he does. I had a history teacher, Bob Heaps, one of the greatest dudes of all time. Every once in a while I slip into my Bob Heaps accent, and he goes, he would say, he would ask a question. You know, like how people ask questions to make themselves sound smart. Are we going to do it? Yes, we are. Do houses need foundations? Yes, they do. There we go. You know, it makes you sound brilliant. You're answering your own questions. He would do a little different. He would go, ah, yes, I do. Did Lincoln want to keep the Union together? Ah, yes, he did. Bob Heaps. Anyway, we're going to find something back here. Oh, does Sammy Ross like playing flavors? Ah, yes, he does. Aperol. His accent is horrible. He does not have a great accent. Ah, yes, he is. Bob Heaps. Ah, yes, he does. Anyway, Aperol. This is a type of red Italian bitter liqueur. Apparently, they do not like it when you call it Amaro. They just don't feel like it. So we're going to go ahead and grab some Aperol. We're going to put in 1 full ounce of that. Now, I know Shawnee P is already asking, Can I put Campari in here? Sean, do whatever you want. You can do whatever you'd like. It won't become that thing anymore. Maybe call it the super disgruntled, or like the postal Mai Tai. Remember when disgruntled postal workers, we'd say things went postal? That was a while ago. Was it the 90s? My goodness, what a time. We got our bitters in here. We're going to go ahead and throw in some of this rum. Now, a perfect rum for this, the rum that Sammy would suggest, would be our bottle of, where'd it go? Smith & Cross. It's back there. It's got Bonbon's name on it somewhere. Would be Smith & Cross. That's a great rum. But Dr. Bird, hey, that's also a rum. And that is what we're going to be putting in here. When you open up a bottle of rum and you stand too close to it, it should smell. You should be like, oh, what was that? Ugh. That's the type of rum we're looking for. So find a Jamaican, like a big fat Jamaican rum. Maybe stay away from Myers at this point. Myers doesn't have all that smell. We want something with a lot of funk, something nice and dark, something like Dr. Bird. Really nice rum. How much of this, though? How much? 1 ounce. I remembered. 1 ounce of an overproof. This is 50% ABV, 100 proof. We're looking for something big and thick and rummy, and we want it to be more than 40% alcohol, 80 proof. We want it to be in the hundreds. This just barely meets my standards for that. So we're going to use it. Dr. Bird. Stay. Plantation OFTD. 69%. That'll work. That'll do. Yes. OFTD will do. OFTD might be a little high on the proof, but I do think that you can get away with it, especially since we're only using 1 ounce. Normally we would, bump that up to 1.5 ounces or, maybe 2 ounces, but not today. This is a Sammy Ross cocktail. There's a chance Sammy Ross stumbles across this video at some time. I don't listen. Probably not. Probably not. Guy seems busy. We're going to go ahead and grab some ice cubes, some busted little cubes here. We're going to give this a big old shake. In case Sam's watching. So go ahead and throw this in here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, boy. Look at all that ice. Listen to that cracking ice. Beautiful. I want to give this a big, fat shake. I don't know whether or not this cocktail, I couldn't find any. There's thousands of recipes for this thing. Most of them are pretty similar, but I couldn't find anybody that said what type of ice to shake it with. So when we don't know what type of ice to shake it with, we would prefer to use big cubes to control our ice meltage. Give that a shake. This is an odd place to put the thing when I'm shaking, isn't it? Woohoo! Woohoo! Woo! I'm currently on a weight loss journey. How fun is that? So hopefully I won't be so Pillsbury anymore. I won't hoo-hoo when I get punched in there anymore. Okay, we want to serve this one in one of these. There's a chance that Sammy served his in a tiki glass. I think there's so much going on in this cocktail that we're not going to worry about putting this in a tiki glass. I want you guys to see the cocktail. This is it's almost like television after all. Okay, we got a bunch of crushy ice. We're gonna fill that here with crushy ice. Don't worry about filling it to the top. If there's too much drink, then you're in some trouble. If there's not enough drink, you can always put in a little bit more crushy ice afterwards. I'm gonna go ahead and pour this out. Oh, look at that. What a color. What a guy, that's Sammy Ross, coming up with all these colors. Looks very nice. Not enough crushy ice, though. We were a little under on the crushy. We're just going to go ahead and put a bunch of crushy ice in here. Give it a little snow top. You should shake it below the bar. I don't want that on the internet. Oh, Cyrus is here. I know what Cyrus wants. Oh, no.
Tiki 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 taka taka ta tiki tiki nueve rakakakata.
More. Yippee! There we go. Okay. If this were a Dr. Cush's exotic drink, this right here would be done. Drink speaks for itself. I think the ice is a good enough garnish, but there's a whole extra flavor we're looking for in this, which is, this is where we're going to get into a bit of bar politics. We're going to take a little mint first. This is just mint. I don't have bunchy mint. My mint is very stringy because, of course, mint is terrified of me. So we're going to fold this in half and just shove a little mint right in there. Excellent. Okay. Now, sometimes we will garnish things with floaters. We talk about in the seminar. Layers are interesting. When you hand somebody a uniform looking drink like that, although, there's a layer down here, a little ice. Okay. When you hand somebody a layered drink, they'll think, oh my gosh, look at the time, the preparation that went into that, even though it doesn't take that much more time. So sometimes we're garnishing with a float. That's a great way to garnish. Sometimes, and I happen to know this because I worked in bars, sometimes you get approached by they're called reps, liquor reps. They work for different companies. We just lost Young's, I believe, in Los Angeles, but places in LA we have Mission, we have Southern, we have Young's, we have all these guys. They used to come into the bar all the time. They'd be like, hey, we got this thing. You got to do this thing. You got to put this on a cocktail. We'll give your bosses golf clubs or something. That's how it always worked. I never got the golf clubs. But I know for a fact, for a while, that these guys were all over the place. The Underberg guys. Underberg is, I believe, a German company, and they make these teeny tiny little bottles of bitters. If you've ever had Underberg before, it smells very much like a very weak absinthe. It's got some anise to it, some wormwood to it. It has some cinnamons. It has some spice. Listen, very nice. Is it a direct replacement for Angostura bitters? It is not. How do I know that? Because while I was working at the bars, my very cheap bar owners were like, hey, Underberg is like a quarter of the price of Angostura. Can we do everything with Angostura bitter or with Underberg bitters instead of Angostura? And I said no. And so we ended up doing everything with Angostura with Underberg bitters because nobody cared what old Dr. Cush had to say. He wasn't an expert at that point. He was just some guy they entrusted with running their bars. Anyway, I'm sure that Sammy Ross had the same guys come in, and Sammy Ross said, "You know what? I can smell a deal when it presents to me." So he would take one of these little bottles, and this is how you disgruntle this Mai Tai. Nope. Probably add a little bit more ice in there next time. There we go. It's disgruntled now. It's angry. It is unpleased with its life. It's having a real falling down moment. Who's that guy that's married to Catherine Zeta-Jones? Douglas, Michael Douglas. He's having a very weird falling down movement. We're going to go ahead and put this little guy on here because Sammy Ross said we should do it. That's it. This right here, my friends, the Disgruntled Mai Tai. Personally, I would not have come up with this. This is just not a drink that I would have thought about and said, yeah, I think we need a whole bottle of Underberg going into our drink. It's just not a thing that I would have ever done. I feel like that's going to be, I think it's going to throw off the flavor. I think we're going to have, especially since we have Aperol in there already, I feel like we're going to have a lot of big flavors just sort of fighting each other, which is why we use the big flavored rum, because otherwise we're going to lose the rum completely. I don't know. One of the, there's examples of parallel thinking where two different people come up with the same thing. Sammy Ross and I were never, ever going to come up with this drink at the same time. I really made a mess. Since I'd never really made it before, I think I overdid it with the crushy ice. Remember that whole time when I was doing the crushy ice earlier? And I was like, yeah, there's not enough crushy ice in here. I was wrong. Learn from me. So that's that. That's how it goes. Yes. He sure did get disgruntled with those golfers. Yes, must have been the free clubs. Okay. You need Underberg, a bottle pistol belt. I like, can I just say, Loriander, I like how you did that all one word as if that's a normal German word. Ein Bottle-Pistol-Belt. Du müssen ein Bottle-Pistol-Belten haben. Das ist der absolute wahr. Sehr schön. Cool. Germans still say cool. Do we drink it with a straw? We must drink it with a straw. What straw should we use? We use one of Bonbon's bong straws. That's too big. Got a lot of straws in here. We're not lacking straws. We'll use one of these blue ones. Throw the straw in here. And there we have it. Oh, it does exist. A bottle pistol Belton. It exists. It's a Gen X Mai Tai, a little bit unbalanced. I'm right on the border. I think they call me a Zennial. I'm almost there. A little unbalanced, but I grew up with a computer. Cheers. Dang it. I love celebrating bartenders. I think it's a wonderful profession. I hear kids, young kids. I judge cocktail competitions every once in a while. I see these young kids coming up and they're excited about it. And they're like, yeah, this and this. And then, but you know, what I really want to do is I want to go out and do real estate or something. You know, I don't know what they want to do, but it's always a gap job, something that you do in the meanwhile. I really think that that if you become a great bartender, you have a trade. You are a tradesman the same way a plumber is a tradesman, the same way that an iron worker is a tradesman. You get into these unions and you are a tradesman. I really think that there are fabulous bartenders in the world, and I encourage people to do that. Then I think there are people like Sammy Ross, who had, let me just say, and I don't want to take away anything from anybody, had a lot of amazing teachers. But you know what? An amazing teacher does not make a great student. Somebody that is willing to learn and try makes a great student. And then a great teacher is great along the way. I had a great teacher, Jonathan Parker. He's my civics teacher. I don't care much about civics anymore, but Jonathan, great guy. Reminded me once to always use my humor as a sword and not a shield. I would get that tattooed if I wasn't so afraid of needles. Anyway, Sammy Ross learned from some of the greatest bartenders. This is a fantastic drink. It bums me out when when something is so great that you'll never try it for the first time again. Sam Ross cocktails often do that to me. I don't really even particularly like Aperol. It's not a thing that I love. He bumped up the lime to bring back some of the sweetness of the Aperol. So that now the Aperol is just sort of acting as a sort of cocktail bitters. A big fat rum like that brings its own sweetness, so it balances this whole thing out. Half an ounce of Orgeat is certainly apparent in there. What else? We got 1 ounce of lime. Well, I'll recap these for you. 1 ounce of a big fat rum, something over 50% ABV, something 50% or over ABV, something most likely Jamaican, something that smells when you open the bottle. That's what we're looking for. We have an ounce of lime juice, and we have an ounce of, what else did I put an ounce of? Aperol? Put an ounce of Aperol in there? Ounce of Aperol. There we go. Ounce of Aperol. So 1 ounce of Aperol, 1 ounce of rum, 1 ounce of lime juice. Half an ounce of orange curacao, half an ounce of Orgeat, Everything plays well in here. Even the Underberg bitters seem to be. I got to figure out a better way to do these bitters. I need a bottle piston belt. I need a bottle piston belt. Let's get in there. Because now this is kind of a mess. The Underberg bitters are sort of getting in there and finding a way to mix. I would have to assume the more you drink this drink, the more it will change, the more it will become more. I don't love throwing this word around here because I'm not exactly sure what it means. Herbaceous. I assume herbaceous just means more herby, but more like herbalicious. I assume that as I drink more of this, it will go more herbalicious. But man, this is good. Utopia has all of these. I'll have to make it this weekend. Yeah, okay, real quick. Update. As I drank, I think I pulled the bottle out too fast, so there was a little air that could get into it. So more of the bitters came in. Certainly brings more of a bitter note. But my goodness, this is quite a creation. I can only assume, I don't know, I haven't talked to him about this drink. I can only assume that the Underberg guys got to him and gave him cases and cases if they made him, they made a drink that needed this. So he went for the Disgruntled Mai Tai. So out of necessity came the fabulous garnish on this. I don't know what to say. I'm inspired. The way you put the bottle in means the drink blocks the Underberg from spilling out too fast. Yeah, I put it in as quickly as I could, but then I pulled it out and then it spilled all over the place. We need follow-ups after the class about the evolution. Yeah, I will. I'll drink this whole thing and let you guys know how it works. Don't worry about that. We're gonna try and get this thing to stand up. Oh, jeez Louise. Water everywhere. Let's see if we can't put a little bit more ice in here to really drive home the bottle. Otherwise, we're gonna be searching later for a bottle piston belt on the old Amazon. I don't know if that's gonna work for anybody. I don't know how many drinks I'm ever gonna use that use a bottle piston belt from Underberg. Try this one more time. All right, crack this in, and there we go. Oh yeah. All right. So I wasn't wrong about using more ice. Fill up your drink all the way to the top with some ice first, and then after that, I think fill in the drink. If you need to have as a little sidecar, a little bit of like extra shot on the side, so you can add more of the main drink. I think you're in a good spot. Kyle, I got it. I have plenty of towels back here. Please, you keep sitting there eating your chocolates. All right, I will figure this out. Try one more time now that we've spilled the Underberg twice. Man. I don't want to just be a Sam Ross fanboy, but this might be my favorite version of the Mai Tai. Spectacular. Highly recommend you guys all try this. I'm glad we did this on Thirsty Thursday and not on a drinker or stinker, because this is about as perfect a cocktail as I've had in a long time. Disgruntled Mai Tai. Wow. I'm gonna have to get a hold of the Underberg guys, see if they want to send me a bunch of these little bottles. I think I have like 8 left. Anyway, who was the bar towel sponsor for the show? The Ritz? No. These bar towels, in case you were looking to buy any of these bar towels, right here. Disgusting. I would recommend working at a bar and just stealing them. That's how I got all of my bars, my bar towels. Yeah, Bon sent some. Bon sent the good ones. I think I have some here. These ones. Kyle always yells at me because I should be using the black bar towels, but I just, there's something about those white bar towels that really help me out. Oh, hello. Anyway, you could rip the paper around the bottle and tie it to the straw. I don't know. UF Mark is saying the paper is stuck on there pretty good. Yeah, I don't think so. I think this is going to be an ice situation. So more, definitely pack it with ice first, and then fill up your drink and go from there. That's what I would recommend. That's where I'm at. Okay. That's what I got. I didn't realize it was Mai Tai, a National Mai Tai Day on Saturday. We will not be celebrating here. We'll be back here on Saturday. It's madness. It's absolute madness, Kyle. We'll be back here on Saturday to celebrate the beginning of football season. That is my favorite season that there is. I love having my heart broken every year by the Arizona Cardinals. I love it. It's one of my favorite things on earth. I love the expectation, the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season for my USC Trojans, where they absolutely rout all of these no-name teams. It makes me feel really good about myself. And then after that, we're going to forget all about football season. So we got to celebrate it when it's nice and fresh and ready to go. So that's what we're celebrating. So we'll be having some football related cocktails. If you don't like football, that's fine. I'm not going to get into like the statistics. I don't know the statistics. I don't know most of the players. I like the team. I mostly like the colors, and I like some of the commercials. Oh, gosh, that's good. Anyway, that's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And there you go, Cyrus. Until Saturday, hang out, be cool to each other, say nice things, and I will see you guys when? Saturday. What do we always say? Oh, God, no! God, I hope not.
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga? I know you are, but what am I? Bye!
Plastic, okay, one sec. Plastic band to fasten it to a metal straw. You're talking like a rubber band? Yes. You need 400 empty bottles to get a free belt. Oh, you'll need 480 empty bottles of Underberg to get a free belt. Thank you for looking that up for us there, the UF Mark. That is great news. So I think I have 10 here. I need to buy 48 more 10 packs, and I will get a free belt. I think we're in. Thank you guys. Thanks, Sam Ross, for the great cocktail. And until next time, what do we always say?
Bye! I'm having a party, and you're invited!
This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.
Just a regular human bartender. Oh, shots fired! Oh!
Dr. Jinga Janga? Bye! 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 Are you trying to drive me crazy? Bye!